It won't be long.
Hey, what's happening, you guys? Credit D Will here from Sweetwater. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yo, I am super excited because today we're gonna be talking all about how to sample vinyl records utilizing a turntable into various different type of samplers. We got the MPC Live II, the SP404 Mark II, we have the Ableton Move, and we have the MASCHINE Plus, and we're gonna be talking about everything that you need in order to get your dusty vinyl records into these samplers. So y'all already know what's up. Let's dive in, let's get creative, and let's go grab some records. Every one of these bins, I'm gonna pick out one. That's what we're gonna do. So we got two so far. I'm gonna just close my eyes and pick them out. And this is the fun part about sampling. What is this? I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Bye, y'all. The classical sounds of Judy Hakes Martin. Hacks, am I saying that right? Senior recital. So we got about 21 records that we about to go ahead and pay for and head back to the office and sample them and see what we can come up with, see what we can find. So let's go. I have all of my records over here, and we have an actual record player, the Audio-Technica LP120XUSB. Now, this turntable is absolutely a great option for anybody that's looking to get into vinyl, if you got a lot of vinyl records that you want to play back, or if you're looking to sample your record collection, this thing is phenomenal. First off, it's a direct drive turntable with a DC servo motor. This means that the platter is directly connected to the motor, providing excellent speed and stability, making it a great choice if you want to experiment with those turntablism techniques down the line. It also offers fully manual operation and supports 33, 45, and 78 RPM speed, so you can virtually play any vinyl record. Now, my favorite feature about this turntable, and probably one of the most convenient features, is that it has a built-in switchable phono preamp. That pretty much means that it has a switch on the back of this that allows you to switch this from a phono output or a line level output. There are a ton of other features about this specific turntable, and I'll leave a link to this one in the description where you can check it out at sweetwater.com, check out the product page, and it'll give you more specific information about this turntable. But the most important thing that we're gonna talk about in today's video is about the different type of audio signals that you will encounter when dealing with turntables and connecting it to your sampling gear. Now, the two main outputs or levels that you need to understand is phono level and line level. Phono level is a very weak audio signal that comes directly from the cartridge of your turntable's tone arm. Now, the problem with this is that this signal is significantly quieter than what most audio equipment is designed to handle. Line level, on the other hand, is a much stronger standardized audio signal that is used by most electronic musical instruments like mixers and audio interfaces. This is the level that your samplers are expecting to come in through their regular inputs. Now, again, this is why that built-in switchable phono preamp on this turntable is so important, and it comes really in handy. That's because a phono preamp takes that weak phono level signal, amplifies it into a much stronger line level signal, and applies the inverse of the RIAA curve to ensure the proper playback. If you're using an older style turntable without a built-in preamp, you will only have that phono level output. In that case, you would definitely need an external phono preamp to get the signal to line level and properly equalize before connecting it to your sampler. So keep that in mind. It's very important to know which one you're working with. For our first sampler, we have the MPC Live II. Man, I absolutely love this piece of hardware. So the MPC is a standalone music production center. It has a built-in battery, a speaker, and it has multiple inputs and outputs in order for you to plug external gear into it. Like, I have the turntable over here going out of the RCA output into the line input right here. So in order to get my turntable connected to the MPC, I had to utilize a dual 1/4 inch TS male to dual RCA male. The MPCs typically have a phono input, so if you have an older turntable, this does have that phono preamp built into it with the ground connected to it as well. So now for the fun part. The first record that we're actually gonna sample into the MPC is Andre Crouch and the Disciples. I haven't listened to this record yet, so you guys are gonna get my first initial reaction while we're listening to it. I just went off of the cover. The cover looked like the Jackson 5s or something. So now in order to sample inside the MPC, it's super simple to do so. All you gotta do is come over here and start a new track. I like to sample on my drum tracks. So I started a new drum track, and in 3.0, we have this little record right here. And we just hit the record button right there. And now we have the ability to sample directly into it just to make sure we have a signal going. Let's come over here and actually drop this needle really quick. So we got a signal coming into here. We can see it right there. I can turn the input up if I want to back here. And we're gonna start chopping.
It won't be long.
I love that tape stop effect. Let's go ahead and find some chops. Let's see. I want to go ahead and turn this up 2 semitones. There we go. Boop. Let's come over here, and we're just gonna turn it up 2 semitones and see what that sounds like.
It won't be long. It won't be long. It won't be long. They'll be gone.
Yo, for our next sampler, we have the Ableton Move. This is a compact and portable standalone instrument that is designed to create music on the go. It automatically syncs up to Ableton Live. You can send all of your projects directly to Ableton Live. I absolutely love this thing. In order to start sampling your vinyl records or a record player, you are gonna need a specific cable. You're gonna need a stereo breakout cable that's 3.5 millimeter TRS male to left and right RCA male. So the RCA cable will plug in, again, directly to the back of the turntable, and then you will come into line input on the Ableton Move, and that's how you're gonna get the sound coming from your vinyl record into the Move. You absolutely need that cable. So let's go ahead and play something really quick here. So once we find a spot that we like, we're gonna start hitting these pads.
I used to think.
Now for me, I only want just that little piece. You can go through here and actually sample longer on each of these pads if you want to, but I like to kind of have that manual chop mode and kind of chop it up for me. So kind of how you saw me doing in the MPC, I still like that style and that flavor, and this is a way you can do it by doing one of those choke kits. Let's go ahead and see what we can come up with.
I used to think that I could make.
Now for our last setup here, we have the Machine Plus and the SP404. The cool thing about the SP404 is that it can act as a audio interface, and that's how I have it connected. I have the USB-C going out into the USB port on the Machine Plus, acting as my interface. How I got my turntable connected to the SP404 is that I'm utilizing that dual 1/4 inch TS male to dual RCA outputs on the back of here going into the inputs of the SP404. Now you're probably asking yourself, yo, why can't you just sample directly into the SP404 and the machine by itself? I can do that. Both of these have line inputs, and I can go directly out of the turntable into both of these. But I wanted to do it this way because I love the inbuilt effects of the SP404, and I love sequencing on the machine. The machine is actually the first piece of hardware that I purchased in order to start producing on. So, and then I picked up the SP404 down the line, and I had these two together for years, and I absolutely love this setup, and I'm very comfortable with it. So you can utilize the SP404 as an audio interface, and if we go ahead and drop this needle over here, we should be able to hear something. So let me go ahead and start this really quick.
I used to think that I couldn't make it without Christ in my life.
So once we have that inside the machine, we can pretty much do whatever we want with it. It actually recorded with those effects that I was applying on the SP404. I can even come over here and start to split the grid and chop this thing up really quick. Yo, so there you have it. It's really that simple and easy to sample on the machine or the SP404, or pretty much any sampler once you know the type of cables that you need and the type of outputs and inputs. Let me know in the comment section, will you guys be picking up some records and going out and sampling? If you guys want to check out any one of these samplers or this record player that I mentioned in today's video, we will leave links in the description that'll take you directly to sweetwater.com where you can find everything there. If you got any questions that I did not answer and you need that additional help, feel free to reach out to your Sweetwater sales engineer. They'll get you squared away on anything that you're looking for. Until next time, be awesome and be creative.